Hey, this video about to be short and sweet, I think. So if you don't care about a random yap session or ramble, just come back for tomorrow's video. So a few months ago, I mentioned I had an issue with energy drinks, right? You remember I said that? It was bad. I became so dependent on Gorilla Mind. This is the brand I've been using. You can see from the ingredients as I'll put it on the screen right here. This stuff isn't just a simple energy drink, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, the ingredients, man, like I be locked in, you know what I'm saying? The mix of these ingredients and nootropics and all this stuff, when I drink one, I'm working like a madman. Like I'm hyper focused. I'm doing this and that. I get a million things done in a day. This fixed any sort of laziness or productivity issues I would have, right? Also, it would boost my mood. So like I'm not irritated or anything. So the 11th of January, which was about 19 days ago, right? That was my last day drinking one of this stuff, right? Or having any energy drink. Why? So on January 3rd, we're jumping through dates here, right? January 3rd of this year, obviously. It was a full moon. So I did a meditation session with my friend, right? We like meditating on full moons and new moons, right? This is like, the magic stuff and all the way, anyway. So while I was meditating, I was telling myself, I have so many temptations that look like, I started to cry. I was like, something, my brain just kept telling me during the meditation, like, Andre, like, you could do a lot. You're strong. You've been through a lot. You made it through so many challenges and obstacles. You're strong enough to detach from your bad habits. And again, I'm like talking to myself in my head during meditation and like these thoughts just keep coming in my head. It's like thinking, man, like what is it's like maybe it's a new year. Maybe that's why these thoughts are coming to me. So I'm thinking like new year, new me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about let's get rid of all these bad stuff. And but they're positive thoughts, right? So I didn't like reject them or anything. So I'm just thinking my subconscious thoughts are starting to flood me. So after that night, January 3rd, right? It took me a few days. And I said to myself, I'm going to take those words serious. I'm not eating any more junk food. Rather, I'm going to set up a diet plan. No processed foods. Again, no junk food. We're going to go sort of pescatarian, right? Rather, I think that's what it literally is. So I bought groceries and I made a chart. I printed it out and I taped it on my fridge, right? But I couldn't get rid of energy drink, right? So I started this diet, but like I'm 3 or 4 days and I'm into this diet and I'm still on this energy drink, this grill of mine. But I was like, I think this is part of the temptation though. Like I don't need this. I don't need this, man. I stay up for like 20 hours a day because of this. I feel like I can't sit still, though I am highly productive. My heart starts to hurt sometimes. My stomach feels like it's someone squeezing my stomach sometimes. It feels like this ain't it. So, boom. January 11th, I said it was going to be my last one. I promised myself this. So, no more. Cold turkey. I'm done. So, later that day, on January 11th, right, my last day, I drank my last grill of mine. And I was like, I'm done with this. And then my phone goes off. Hey, Andre, are you available on the 21st? I want to do this presentation to pitch to some clients right here. We're gonna make a lot of money. You always do a great job. Yo, we gotta have you. And I was like, oh, I said, sure. Like this is money. I'm trying to make. What I'm saying. So now here's the thing, right? I believe a lot of my public speaking success and my sales success so far is because of Gorilla Mind. Did you read the ingredients on that stuff? Did you read what that stuff does? Like, dude, I'm able to recite information and absorb information so well because of it. And then because I'm like zoned in, when I do presentations or sales pitches or like I'm networking with people, I'm an animal, bruh. I could sell you anything. I'm an animal on Gorilla Mind. No pun intended. So, but remember, today was my last day. So I was like, but I got a big event coming up. So I started to panic. All right, well, now I gotta make a decision here. Do I break a promise to myself? Like, I'm trying to put up this diet thing. Am I gonna let my pride get in the way because, I want to make some money and, I want to look good here. Can I even do this without my caffeine, without my energy drink, without all these nootropics and this mood booster and yada, yada? I may walk up to there and I might have an attitude because I have, my mood is just unbalanced all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. So the first 5 days, January 12th to January 16th, I felt terrible. My body was not happy. I was struggling to stay awake. I was moody. I didn't have energy for anything. I felt like, I was ready to snap on anybody. Like, for real, listen, you caught me on one of those days, I would have thrown hands with you. Like, for real, like, I was that, like, moody. I wanted to fight people randomly. I don't know why. Like, I couldn't focus. My workflow, I went from doing a million things a day, and I felt like I only do 2 things a day now. Some days, I only did one thing. Literally, I woke up, I do my morning meditation, I worked on a video, and I slept and laid in bed. That's it. That was my day. I had a 2-hour workday, pretty much, a 3-hour workday. And man, I kept looking at my fridge though during these 5 days or so, and I kept telling myself, my brain was bargaining. It was like, Andre, you're feeling this bad, but look, you're not getting any work done. So, you're not making any money. And, these YouTube videos, you usually like work on like 3 YouTube videos a day and then like pre-upload them or something like that. But like, you only doing 1 now, like you should have like half. Okay, a quarter. Actually, you know what? Why not? Just have the full thing. Just pop open a grill of mine right now. It's in the fridge. It's cold. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't do this. I'm like sweating in bed, bruh. Like, so, I went to mass with my friend during the week. Bruh, I can't focus on anything the priest is saying. Like, I'm dazed, man. Like, I'm out of this. I just don't know. Then Monday came, the 19th, right? About 8 days after my last energy drink. And I felt better, but not 100%. I got 2 days until the presentation. So I started rehearsing and preparing it. And when I was rehearsing, I recognized, wait, I'm doing all this rehearsal and stuff right now. My intellect is still here. I'm able to do work still. And then I started doing more things during the day. It's like I believed I couldn't do it without Gorilla Mind, this caffeine energy drinks. But then Tuesday came, the 20th, right? The day before the presentation. And I did a lot more work. I was doing at least 500,000 things a day, right? And then it was Wednesday, the day of the presentation. Boy, I went up there. I did better than I did without Gorilla Mind. And I was still an animal. I was going off. And what I thought was interesting was that maybe the energy drink made me anxious, because I noticed something. This was like throwing me off. I was weirded out by this, but I was able to make eye contact with people a lot more. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel fear. Like I knew I was in a place without my dependency, my cheat code, my Gorilla Mind, my energy drink. Yet I felt confident, fearless, in control. Again, I could look people in the eye, and I just felt like I could. Usually I break eye contact with people, right? But I felt like I'm not like, I'm locked in without it. So, they wanted me for another night. So I did another presentation the next night, right? This is Thursday. Again, I did it again, and I was an animal. I was fearless. And it's hard to be fearless when you're speaking in public or you're doing sales. It's difficult to be a shark. Listen, and any of you watching have worked in sales before, you know what I'm talking about. Like, your body language and your expressions can cost you everything, right? Like, sales is a very like emotionless thing. You have to like really be a shark. You have to be like a psychopath when you're doing sales. If you really want to make big money, you really got to like go off on people. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, but that's not me. That's not me. But boy, I was in it. I was scared of nothing that night, those 2 nights. And then 2 days later, or 3 days, the winter storm came, right, in New York, right? It just passed. And I went to mass with my friend about like 5 p.m., right? By the way, I'm not even Catholic. I just want to throw this out there. I just go with him because it's our way to hang out. We see each other all the time anyway. We don't always go to mass, but like, he's a super devout Catholic, okay? So, I tag along, because listen, I love my homies, you know what I'm saying? You want to go to mass, that's what he wants to do during his free time. I'll tag along with you. We can hang out, you know what I'm saying? So the priest, right, he was reading the reading of the day, or whatever the priest was talking about. Something, yada, yada. He said like David, and it was like, I think the reading, and this is my interpretation, right? The priest was talking about this, and David in the Bible wanted to build a house for God. But God was like, dude, Hey, stop trying to build a house for me, bro. I'm the Lord, cut. I'm gonna build a house for you. You gotta build a house for you. And I'm not paying attention to the historical or the literal context of the Bible verse. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, dude, what's being said here? This is so convenient. My interpretation of this was like, you can't rely on the external. Establish your internal. I was trying to build a house off of external stuff. Gorilla Mind, my energy drinks, because I believed, I made myself believe my productivity, my happiness, and focus was based around it. My ability to do things depended on all that. That's what let me do so good. That's what made me so productive. That's what made me get all the success so far, because I had something that literally turned my brain to overdrive mode. And again, I made that reality true. It's bad. You know, the house was inside me this whole time. I didn't need this stuff. I didn't need this stuff. I convinced myself I did, though. Without it, I'm still able to use my intellect. I'm still able to be an animal. I don't need this external validation or anything else. You know what I'm saying? I have my own house, and it's in me. And I built that already. And I was misled. I built a house for me, you know what I'm saying? And then I just like, I'm trying to build another house for something else external. Like, bro, so I was like, dang, that night during the full moon, when my friend and I were meditating, I think my subconscious was right. I think I need to detach myself from things. I don't need to satisfy myself with energy drinks or junk food or anything that doesn't help me really just like treat myself with love and care and really use my potential that's really deep inside, Like, I don't need this stuff. And yeah, I just thought it was interesting. Those thoughts came to I know some people are probably thinking, the Lord spoke to you, bro. Like, you found Christ. Bro, I don't want to get into this, I'm not trying to get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the way, when I say full moon and new moon for a reason, like we're doing occult stuff there. Like, bro, it's not compatible with like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? Don't. Hey, I'm just saying. But listen, take it however you want to take it. All right, listen. So I just wanted to share my experience. Okay, I'm still off the Gorilla Mind and energy drinks. I'm eating good too. I feel more focused, dude. I'm sleeping great at night. I'm sleeping like a baby. I know the diet is playing a big part in how much better I'm feeling, by the way, too. But like, I just feel great right now. I tried something. I took a challenge. I felt like giving up so many times. I wanted to quit so many times. My brain kept trying to bargain with me to like, make excuses and just do this and that. And I pushed through. And I saw better results than before. And I'm just happy. Like, that's it. I'm just happy. So I just wanted to share this. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I love you guys. I'm out.